Lena DeVito died from a brain aneurysm. It was up to her daughter to decide whether or not to donate her organs or to keep them. In the article, Student Promotes Life-Changing Donations, published April 2012 by Sarah LaChorte, a staff writer at UWire, a college press release service, stated that five people survived because of her organs, a mother and a 12-year-old boy. Everyone knows or knows of someone who has lost a loved one. The U.S. DMV should require all licensed drivers to become organ donors. First, I will talk about why organ donation is a problem, and finally, how we can fix that problem and save thousands of lives. Too many people are hospitalized for organ failure. In the article, Crisis in the U.S. Organ Transplant System Intensifies, published in 1998 by Lena Fettman, a professor specializing in health and law at Pace University, states that 10 people die every day waiting for an organ transplant. Some of these organs include kidneys, the heart, and many others. The kidney is the organ that is in the highest demand. The kidney is what filters our blood and gets rid of waste. People can live with only one kidney, so people can donate if they're living or dead. In the article, Finding Long Chains in Kidney Exchange Using the Traveling Salesman Problem, published May 2015 by Ross Anderson, a researcher at University of Cambridge, states that 100,000 people are currently waiting for a kidney transplant. The heart is arguably one of the most important organs in our body. Without our heart pumping blood, our brain cells would start to die within 4 minutes. There are 124,000 people currently waiting for a heart transplant. In the article, survival rates among U.S. organ transplant recipients as of 2012 by follow-up, published December 2014 by the Scientific Registry of Transplant Recipients, states that 90% of the people who have a transplant after the first year are still living, and after 3 years, that percentage goes down by 7%, and after 5 years, it goes down by another 7%. One person can save up to 8 lives by donating their organs. The black market is a dangerous alternative to the endless waiting lists. As I stated earlier, living donations are possible for select organs, such as kidneys. The high pay of black market organ donations is enough for some donors to ignore the risks. In the article, Organ Market, Problem Beyond Harm to Vendors, published October 2014 by Alexander Copran, a professor of medicine and law at the Keck School of Medicine, states that a kidney in good condition can be sold for $262,000 on the black market. This may sound wonderful, but the doctors don't go by the same regulations that a legitimate doctor would. Unsterile practices and inexperienced doctors are a reality for these donors. If you buy an organ off the black market, you will have to receive the organ from a black market doctor as well, because a legitimate doctor would have to know where the organ came from. Sadly, some of the people in need are willing to go through with these dangerous procedures in order to escape the long and endless waiting lists. Now that we understand the problems of organ donation, we can get to the possible solution. There is one simple solution to this problem, and that is that the U.S. DMV should require all licensed drivers to become organ donors. In the article, Trends in Socioeconomic Inequalities in Motor Vehicle Accidents Deaths in the United States, published October 2015 by Sam Harper, a doctor at McGill University, states that 18 out of 100,000 people die every year from motor vehicle accidents. Although not all of the organs from crashes are usable because of the injuries, the ones that are usable can save many lives. In the article, HRSA awards over $4 million to strengthen organ donation and transplantation, published September 2nd, 2011 by the States News Service, states that over $4 million was given to increase organ donation and find better methods of transplantation. If the USDMVs required all licensed drivers to become organ donors, we wouldn't have had to spend that $4 million on finding ways to increase organ donation. We could have used that money to increase our education. In conclusion, organ donation is a serious problem in the United States. There are more people that are in need than there are for people to give, and there is little reward for organs outside of the black market. The USDMV should require all licensed drivers to become organ donors. If Lena DeVito could save 5 people with her organs, imagine if all 35,000 of the people that died a year give their organs, they could save over 250,000 people.
547.